Okay, so if it does not become immediately apparent, I do not have the best webcam. I ended up actually duct taping my laptop to the wall so they could see me, and it doesn't matter. I'm Slayer style. I made that janky ass Gift of Immortality deck that you guys seem to like a lot. And well, I just want to sit down with you and talk about it. I mean, I don't have a studio or like any AV experience really, so it's just me, you, my laptop, and we're gonna sit here at the kitchen table and we're gonna sling some spells. A lot of you guys, you know, you were asking a lot of questions. I mean, when I posted that thing, I ended up staying up for like 12 hours, like straight, just answering questions and stuff about that deck. I mean, it was nuts. I mean, people want to throw a Thought Season in there, or Mutavolt's okay, what do you do against aggro, how's the UI control, I mean, you know, standard stuff. I mean, good questions. It's just, you know, I didn't really put that much thought into it, to be honest. I just thought it was a stupid deck that was fun to play. But, this got kind of popular. So we're going to sit down here, and we're gonna work through it all. I just de-sideboarded, or de-sleeved, sorry, this is my sideboard. The sleeves were kind of messing it up earlier. This is actually the second take. It really doesn't matter. Also, I don't actually have any Bogbrew Witches with me. It's a huge fail on my part, but I took some of these full foil cards and I just wrote Boss Ass Witch on them, some dry erase marker. I mean, it works. You'll get used to it. Those are the only proxies. The rest of them are fun. Alright. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so you guys all know what's in the deck, or at least I hope you do. Here, we'll go through it. We'll kind of sit down. We got Gift of Immortality. I mean, this thing is why I built the deck. It's the card. It's probably your most important piece. If you don't see this, you're gonna lose. It's that simple. The whole deck is based around triggers. Enter the battlefield and leave the battlefield triggers specifically, but also sack outlets, things like that. What Gift of Immortality does is it basically gives you infinite leaves the battlefield, enters the battlefield triggers on anything you put on it. It also makes that thing pretty hard to get rid of. And so, you know, you combine the two ideas and you actually get something pretty cool. Of course, the best thing to make enter and leave the battlefield is a Festering Newt, but only if you can get the other two pieces. You know, you need your Bubbling Cauldron for the life gain or drain, and you need the Boss Ass Witch. And so instead of killing Soldier of Pantheon, you know, you're killing Stormbreath Dragons, because that's what we all want to do. But let's be honest, nobody who plays this deck once will ever let you just sit there and play turn 1 Festering Newt, turn 2 Cauldron, turn 3 Gift, turn 4. I mean, it's just, you know, you're in Christmas land. So we got to add some stuff that kind of slows them down, messes them up a little bit. Perfect card for that. High Priest of Penance. I mean, this dude's insane. I don't know why he's not like a $5 card. I don't. I like him more than Sin Collector. I like him more than Soldier of the Pantheon. I mean, he's just good. Every time he's dealt damage, you just vindicate whatever the fuck you want. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You throw Gift of Immortality on that dude in the early game, like turn 2 Priest, turn 3 Gift, you're walling pretty much anything that's creature based. I mean, of course, you got exile spells, and you get de-sphered, and you get Supreme Fruit. No, I'm sorry, not Supreme Fruit. What's the red one? Anger of the Gods. Anything that exiles, really. Last Breath. I mean, it's gonna be bad. That's not the point. Because we have Cartel Aristocrat. Now, the people don't like this so much, but there's a reason this one's good. Can you read that? It doesn't matter. Okay, it says sacrifice a creature as a cost. Fuck what it does. It doesn't matter. You have something that is a repeatable, instant speed sack outlet for no mana. Perfect. I mean, okay, here, let's look at this. Turn this so you guys can see it. Okay, so you got High Priest of Penance, and you got Cartel Aristocrat. You throw Gift of Immortality on High Priest of Penance. You are now untouchable. I mean, look at it. Like, what are you going to target? Say you're playing against this, and you have an Abrupt Decay. and you want to really fuck this guy over, the first thing you want to go after, of course, is the Gift of Immortality. Because, I mean, you know, it's just kind of holding the whole deck together. So I'm like, bam, target Gift of Immortality. Well, in response, all you do is you sacrifice High Priest of Penance to Cartel Aristocrat. Both of them leave the battlefield. The spell misses. The dude comes back. It's just that easy. He tries to hit High Priest, same thing. You sack him, he goes away. No target. You try to hit Cartel Aristocrat? Sack him! He goes away! This game's protection! Like, you can't. This is a guaranteed 2-for-1. This setup doesn't die without a 2-for-1. It's perfect. But you guys also don't seem, I don't, okay. Okay. We're gonna move on. Because we're gonna do different board states and stuff. We're gonna get to that. Drainpipe Vermin. This card is bad. I mean, I want you to know that. It really is. It's not Pack Rat. It's not Thoughtseize. It's not even Duress. I mean, it's bad. The only reason we have this over Duress, I mean, because Duress is just straight up better, is the fact that this is a creature, so we can Gift of Immortality and make its effect repeatable, amplifying the value you can get out of it, which is what this deck is all about. He also goes really well with Ogre Slumlord, okay? Ogre Slumlord's kind of a joke card. I mean, you look at him and you're like, wow, we gotta build a rat tribal deck around this guy. There's not any. There's Drainpipe Vermin and Pack Rat. I mean, you can also do Mutavaults, but, I mean, this is a $20 deck. Mutavault costs more than this whole thing, so. The reason you want Ogre Slumlord is because you have this thing, okay? Orzhov Charm, I mean, consider this scenario, right? Here, we'll go back to this. Okay. So you got Ogre Slumlord, right? He's just chilling. It's turn 5, so this Drainpipe Vermin's sitting over here in the graveyard. And, say some guys attack you, like, you know, they're all like, ha! Okay, well, all you do, right, is you can Orzhov Charm the rat back onto the field and block with him, right? And you're like, okay, that's dumb. He has Death Touch now because of Ogre Slumlord. So these two dudes are going to trade. Alright, they go away. These guys still get through for damage, true, unless he can block one. That's whatever. But what you also get is that both this creature and your dude died. So you can pay the black. I mean, if it's turn 5, you have enough. You can pay the black, they discard a card, and you get 2 tokens off that. Ogre Slumlord triggers off every non-token creature, not yours. This is why we run him over Necromancer. Everybody wants to throw Necromancer in here too. He's also way more expensive than any of these cards are. Like, it's, you don't need them. Ogre Slumlord does the same thing better in this deck. Alright, I'm getting sidetracked. We're over. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. This is all good and all, but it's not consistent. I mean, it's really just not. Like, if we don't get Gift, the whole deck kind of fizzles. Like, it's all built around stalling, you know, 2-for-1 into your opponent until you can get to Gift of, you know, you get this thing. You get Gift of Immortality, you throw it on a value creature, ride that fucker to victory. Like, it's just that simple. So if we need it that bad, we need card draw. And we have a lot of options for this. You can do Read the Bones, you can do Underworld Connections. I've seen Dark Prophecy thrown in here. I don't like the triple black myself. All perfectly viable. I settled on Altar's Reap. Altar's Reap is 1 in a black, instant speed, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. It does a lot of things for us. For one, it's an instant speed sacrifice, which is fantastic. Like, usually killing your own stuff is bad. Not here. We want our shit to die. That's how we win. So you sacrifice it, draw 2 cards, 2 mana, instant speed, done. I mean, you can run Read the Bones. It lets you dig 4 deep, which is kind of the argument for it. It's not instant speed. It costs another mana. You lose 2 life. You know, it's kind of playstyle. I like Altar's Reap, but you can easily throw whatever card engine of choice. You need them. How do you say it? Pharika's Cure, not Pharika. I was Pharika, the new god lady, whatever. Okay. For 2 black, at instant speed, deal 2 damage to something, gain 2 life. It's pretty simple, you know, you kind of draft it, and you're like, yeah, okay, this is cool, kill stuff. Now, the reason this is so good is that it doesn't say destroy, or kill, or bury, or whatever. It says deal 2 damage, which means this guy, okay, throw Gift of Immortality on him, this becomes a Vindicate. Craziness. You blow up non-land permanent, gain 2 life for 2 black mana at instant speed. It's insane. This also triggers Slumlord. Like, you know, it's perfect. You know, they play Jace and +1 him, so you can't attack through. You Pharika's Cure your High Priest, kill their Jace for like LOL, get another token. It's, I mean, you just gotta see it. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked because I've been awake for like 25-ish hours trying to get this ready. But you guys are going Friday Night Magic here soonish, so we're gonna keep going. We got Grim Return. Grim Return. Did you read it? I mean, I know you probably read the post. You probably looked at it. You might even played with it. And you're like, cool. It's not Orzhov Charm. Don't use it to bring your newts back unless it will win you the game. You're gonna hold on to this sucker for if something goes terribly wrong. They kill your Ogre Slumlord when you really need him. They try to take out your boss-ass witch. They, whatever. What you really want to do is you want to either do the Vindicate or you want to do the neg 4 on the Newt and kill something. Kill something big. Kill something like Stormbreath Dragon, like Boros Reckoner, like Polychronos. Block with Festering Newt, 1 damage, neg 4, 5 damage, Polychronos dead. Steal that motherfucker at instance. Oh my god. Like, if anything, steal the Stormbreath Dragon just to sack it for lulz. Like, I mean, seriously, come on. You're playing Ogre Slumlord and the Witch. Like, you're already a troll. You have to be, otherwise you wouldn't play the deck. Guildgates. Yes. Don't ask. They can be temples. Temples are the straight upgrade to the gates. The gates are in here just because they work for me. I don't own the temples, and like, it's $20. It makes it more fun for me knowing that I'm playing somebody who played 1 card worth more than my whole deck, and I still won. Like, that, it just gives me a heart. Like, it's great. You have to fill it in with some swamps and some plains, and you're good to go. Like, I mean, that's kinda the deck. So, now let's get into more specific examples. Like, you guys, you know, I had one guy specifically ask me, what do you do against red deck wins or aggro decks? And this really brings up a really good point, because this is a slow deck. The start of it is by far the worst part. Like, if you're playing a really good aggro deck, you're going to find that mono red aggro, a crazy white weenie deck, or even white-green, they're going to bring the pain. I mean, they're going to come out swinging, like, right out of the gates. Turn 1 Swords of Pantheon. Like, he's bad. He hurts you a lot. Like, half your dudes are multicolored. Like, he doesn't care. So they're gaining life, you know, and they're getting in free damage, and like, you're really struggling. You got to assemble your engine. You got to get a creature with a good end of the battlefield effect. You got to get gift on him, and you got to get a sack outlet, and you got to protect all this, leaving mana up to, you know, do stuff with it, while not getting beat to death in the first 5 turns of the game. So I mean, you know, game 1, knowing nothing about the guy, I mean, that's really up to you. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to show up to your tournament or your play group, whatever, early. And you're gonna be all real friendly, like, hey man, how's it going? You know, how do you feel? What you running? You know, just ask questions, and he'll tell you. Like, they will. They'll be like, oh, I got this cool mono red deck. You know, I heard about. I built it, sleeved it up. You know, I can kill people by turn 3, 4, easy. Take that motherfucker and be like, oh shit, this guy's running aggro, and keep that in your head. The first time you see Rakdos Cackler, alright, into Madcap skills, and he comes at you for 5 damage on turn 2, you're gonna, you know, think about that. You're gonna be like, damn. But if you're walking around and you know this is coming, you're gonna keep different hands. If I had a hand that had like 4 lands in it, a Bogbrew Witch, my Cauldron, and Gift of Immortality. I'm like, well, shit, this is good. You know, I already got 3 pieces of my combo ready to go. I got lands. Let's do this. Don't keep that against aggro. If you don't have a turn 1 creature and they're playing aggro, probably don't play it. I mean, if not, you need a turn 2 Cartel Aristocrat or turn 2 High Priest. Like, you need something between their creatures and your face. At the same time, you know, you can only mulligan so many times. You know, you draw 7 cards, they're good cards, but not good against aggro. Fine. So you draw 6. Now you got good cards against aggro, but you don't have any lands. Do you go for it? You know, probably not. And so, you know, you go to 5. Now you got the lands again, but it's still slow. Do you go to 4? Do you really want to go 4 to aggro? You know, it's really the weakness of the deck, is that it mulligans it really badly. The expensive version that has green, it's more resilient to that. But I mean, this is just something you got to kind of live with. I mean, you're playing a jank combo deck that's under $20, so you really got to be careful about what you keep, because it's fragile. I mean, it's redundant, and you have a lot of 2-for-1s, you know, and you can definitely protect it, especially with sideboard. But it really is fragile. You gotta kind of nurse that until it gets going. Don't think this deck is good until it's doing good things. You know, you see somebody turn 1 island, you gotta start thinking, don't overcommit, because that, you know, the Supreme Verdict's coming. Supreme Verdict is bad for you. I don't know if you know that. I mean, sure, you can sack one thing, but if you got Cartel Aristocrat as your sack outlet, that thing is dying. If you're banking on, you know, Bogbrew Witch, that thing is dying. In fact, if you're playing a blue-white control, don't play Bogbrew Witch until after they Supreme Verdict. Bait it out. They don't have creatures. Play a Festering Newt, and just start poking them in the eye with it. Just like 1 damage, land, 1 damage. You know, and they're going to get annoyed with it. They're going to have to kill it. I mean, it's going to kill them otherwise. They'll eventually try to de-spear it, or they'll play a Jace, or, you know, they're going to do something. They're not going to just let you do that. And then once they kill 1, you know, Orzhov Charm it back. I mean, play a Cartel Aristocrat. Keep doing the same thing. Just 1 or 2 creatures, poking away. Because they want to play the long game, and so do you. I mean, you want to play a shorter game than Control, but you definitely want to not rush things. And if they Supreme Verdict a Festering Newt, do you know how hilarious that is? I mean, Orzhov Charm that fucker back at the same turn they Supreme Verdict. Keep poking him with it. Just watch him get mad. Some of the other things. You need to look out. And I say this only because I've seen it online. I've never seen anybody actually play it in real life, but I just want to let you guys know. Trostani, Selesnia's voice, hurts this deck. There's some kind of junk thing going around, and they got the Abrupt Decays, they got the Golgari Charms, they got a lot of stuff going on. And they have Trostani. Trostani will wreck your day. He just straight up. Okay, so I'm babbling on, but hold on, my beard. Okay, let's get into some actual cool little interactions here, because I know you guys are crazy. And you just want this deck to just win the Pro Tour and all that. I mean, it's not gonna, but we can try, right? Okay. Cartel Aristocrat, good card. We already talked about this. We got any value creature, and then you throw Gift on it. I mean, it's just that simple. This is a very solid basis for what you can do. Because you can have like an Orzhov Charm in your hand. This opens up so many options for this. I mean, if you have a Newt in your graveyard because you played it turn 1 and they killed it, because they always kill your Festering Newt. So you got this Festering Newt, it's over here in the graveyard. What you want to do, like, you can Orzhov Charm it back, or you can just kind of wait for another one. I mean, you have 4 of them in your deck, right? So you don't really need this one. You can also draw another Orzhov Charm. You can also draw a Witch. Like, you know, so the Newts aren't really that rare. The Orzhov Charms are? Yeah, the Orzhov Charms are. And what you need this for is you're going to bounce this High Priest back to your hand eventually, because you need this gift on something that provides more value. Like, I mean, anything really, even a Drainpipe Vermin, I would rather have Gift of Immortality on, just because this thing does something when it dies. This guy, unless they're just trying to like beat you in the face with like Advent of the Worms and stuff, you don't really need him to be immortal. He's just kind of like a scary know your role to, you know, monster decks. Also, what you guys are going to want to do, and I get it, you want to play the Witch gifted with Immortality. Why? Because, I mean, you can, you know, pay the mana, tap it, get a Newt. And you're like, yeah. Well, now I'm going to sack it to Cartel Aristocrat. They go away, it comes back. Now I can get something else. No. No. When something comes back from Gift of Immortality, it enters the battlefield again. This means it has summoning sickness, so you can't, like, chain sack this thing to get all the stuff you want out of your deck. As cool as that would be, it just doesn't work that way. What you can do, though, is, say you have... Where'd High Priest go? Okay, so we got High Priest, right, we're going back to him. You can attack with him, and then sack him. Just for value. I mean, if you're going to sack him anyway, throw him at him. Like, what are they going to do? So you throw it at them, right? And they block. And they're like, LOL. Well, for one, they're retarded, because now you get to vindicate whatever you want. If you really didn't want him to die, though, for some reason, like you think they have a kill spell in their hand, and you don't want Gift of Immortality to be taken off him just yet, I mean, you can sack him in response, or, like, you can do so much. Like, this is why Grim Return is such a good card. Because if something goes terribly wrong, and they, like, triple chain kill all your things, so you just can't regenerate them or bring them back, Grim Return, it's there for you, man. Not to mention, High Priest Penance, he's killing something. Grab their stuff. I mean, why not? If you're playing somebody with Voice Resurgence, oh my god, steal it. Throw Gift of Immortality on it. Sack that motherfucker. It's so insane. I've done it twice. Online, not in real life, but because nobody really wants to playtest me with it in real life, but it doesn't matter. Kill their Voice Resurgence at instant speed and steal it. Like, holy crap, is that funny? Like, that's just game. Then you got Ogre Slumlord. This dude is a value. Okay, let's set up a thing. We got Festering Newt with Gift of Immortality, and we got Ogre Slumlord back, and we'll use Cauldron as our sack out this time. We've had enough of Cartel. Okay, so you got these dudes chilling, right? This is a reasonably good engine. You go turn 1 Newt, turn 2 Bubble Cauldron, turn 3 Ogre Slumlord, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing good. Well, now, you know, you play Ogre Slumlord here, and now you can get really interesting things. Like, say, you know, you got three motherfucking whatever big creature, and they're like, I attack you. Okay, you're gonna kill all of these things. The first thing you're gonna do, okay, is you're gonna pay 1 mana, uno manas, and you're gonna tap it for the Bubbling Cauldron to sack the Festering Newt. Why? Because it'll die, it'll neg 4 this one, and this one will die, right? And you're like, oh well, that was fine, but I still got hit in the face. No, Ogre Slumlord sees 2 things die, you get 2 tokens at instant speed that instantly become blockers for the other 2 guys, and they have Death Touch. And so these 2 die too. You took no damage, but he also saw those other 2 die, so you get 2 more rat tokens. Then this guy comes back. I mean, come on. You paid 1 mana, you did 4 damage, gained 4 life, killed a creature, killed 2 more creatures, got your dude back, and ended up with 2 more rat tokens than you started. For 1 mana. Like, that's sick. At instant speed. Now, it's your turn. This on tabs, do whatever the fuck you want. Alright, look. I'm really terrible at this whole video thing. Just, I promise if you leave a comment and ask a question, I will answer you. I have nothing to do until my LGS opens in like 10 hours. I'm going to be up right here Playtesting against myself. Smoke cigarettes. Okay, alright. Just leave a comment. Okay. Just leave a comment. Ask questions. I will answer you. If you're gonna play this on Friday Night Magic, you have my full support. I think this deck is hilarious. I want people to die to Festering Newt. I want them to scoop when you Gift of Immortality the voice resurgence you stole with Grim Return. You have no idea. Man, just long live the jank.